somehow crazily, I don't even know, over the well, but there was only a space about, maybe 2 feet behind the bar and the counter. I caught myself like halfway down and fell over the well, somehow snapped the metal ice scooper in half, broke 2 bottles in half, and 1 bottle went all the way into the top of my butt cheek. Hanging off we had our own speakers, sound system. We had music going. We had a club at every hole. I don't know what everyone else was doing that day. But
I don't remember seeing any of the golfers.
Rolling around. We're rolling around in the grass.
Rolling down hills.
Hello, Rhonda.
Hello.
Hello, Alicia.
Yay.
Who is our guest today. We're so excited to have her.
Yes.
So we're going to take a shot really quick because Rhonda's making them up. And what are we shooting?
Yes. Alicia, before we even introduce you, give us a run through. Okay. I mean, you don't have to read that thing or anything. Okay, but
so
this is Alicia's go-to.
Lalo tequila. I can read it.
So why do you like it? Is it just
I like
fucking
it
amazing?
So it's a really clean tequila. So it's actually the grandson of Don Julio that made it, and it's like 100% agave, but there's no additives, fillers, flavors, nothing extra in it.
Like a pour spout
and it's like a really easy to drink tequila, you know what I mean, for being like pure. It doesn't have like vanilla flavoring or this or that to try to mask what it really
is.
The
actual tequila taste.
So like
I've never tasted it.
And it tastes completely different than Don Julio. I actually drank them side by side and I didn't realize how different it was. I was drinking that and then I went to that and I was like, whoa, I don't like that other one.
So Alicia is the pickiest drinker. We've sampled probably 4 dozen different types of liquors together side by side, and we will be on the total complete opposite plane. But then when I say no, she says yes, and whatever she likes, the customers like too. So obviously my taste buds are fucked up. I don't know, but everyone likes what Alicia likes. So Lalo,
but I'm
so
a good salesman.
Lalo or Lalo?
It's Lalo.
Lalo.
But I am a good salesman too. So
yes. So if
like,
she
this
likes
is really good.
if you like it, you sell the shit out of it. But if you don't, it's hard for you to fake it.
So it literally says,
because I'm never gonna be able to like push Fireball. I think it's disgusting and it's not going to happen. Like, truth. To each their own, but I do not want cinnamon flavored anything. So
okay, so it says it only has 3 ingredients. So it says agave yeast or champagne yeast and then deep well water.
Champagne?
Yeah, it says champagne yeast.
And then well water.
And well water. Deep well.
So it's like really pure.
Well water. Deep.
So I don't know, maybe that's what it is, but
it's probably really clean.
Yeah, we've had
a special occasion tequila.
It is. It's like an I think it's an up and coming one. I think it's starting to get like a bigger name for itself. I started seeing it other places, and now I saw it at Stater Brothers and like other things. At first, you couldn't find it anywhere, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Like, how am I gonna get it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like a really good price too. It's gonna be like the same price if you bought like Don Julio or Patron or something like that. It's not like crazy expensive, but it's not on like it's on the bottom shelf tequila either. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Okay, now I'm excited.
I like the name a lot,
and the label is really clean too. But so it kind of goes with the.
You poured it warm though.
Hey, you like it, so shit.
I don't think I can drink anything warm.
I want it chilled. Can I get a shaker with ice?
I mean, you can drink it warm too, but I just don't think I could drink any.
Can you give me a shaker
liquor
with ice?
Straight warm. She puts more.
She pours more.
That's for you guys.
No, I was gonna.
I'll put it on.
I hate you right now. You do know what tequila does to me.
I thought it was whiskey last week.
Okay, that's why we're not doing whiskey anymore. Oh. Like, I don't care who's on. I'm gonna switch it. We're not doing whiskey.
So I don't have whiskey. I like tequila and vodka.
I know how I handle tequila. I know how I handle vodka. The whole whiskey thing.
Whiskey just gives me really bad leg cramps and hangovers.
Leg cramps?
Like I just.
I'll wake up with like really bad cramps behind my legs, like almost like Charlie horses.
That's so weird how it affects people differently.
I know. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can wait.
No, we don't. We're not waiting.
Are we waiting?
We're going into this episode.
Yes, we're going.
I guess we're not. Well, maybe after we can.
You want orange? Sure.
All right. I should have brought more oranges too. Oranges, please. Love you.
It is perfect.
I've never.
What?
She's never had it warm.
I'm actually not even that. I don't even drink a tahini. I'm a freak of nature, so I like to chase tequila with either water or Dr. Pepper.
Water?
Dr. Pepper.
Okay, you know everyone does like Coke back. Okay,
we
try
have
it.
Dr. Pepper.
Try it one time with Dr. Pepper. I'm telling you.
With tequila?
Yes.
But we used to do like cinnamon. What did we used to do tequila with like cinnamon oranges?
You could do like clase because it's already a sweeter one with that, you know.
Oh my
but gosh. I don't even think it needs like
her
all that.
palate is all like
it probably doesn't need all that.
But I'm a food person. That's why I think alcohol like resonates like the same kinds of things, like flavors and notes of things, you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. Fuck
All right.
it.
Well, Alicia's gonna have her
Cheers.
own tequila dropping.
Cheers to
Maybe. Cheers, ladies.
Lalo. Lalo? Did I say it right?
Want to pour me a huge shot?
Hey, gotta warm you up.
It was warm. Hot.
Yeah, it's a
little hot.
It's actually really smooth though.
So those are amazing, great warm shots for tequila.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not
very
smooth.
smooth. We gotta put this up.
I didn't gag, so.
She poured a lot in the glass, but
Right.
Usually I was like, okay, that's kind of a big shot.
Take them back.
I did not gag.
So Alicia, give us a little detail, a little background, a little Alicia background in the bar world, bar scene.
We want to know you.
She's at the main sports bar location now, and she's been there for a long time. She's been there even at
Since 2019.
the prior establishment. So she's been the manager. Like, I mean, she was like on month 4 bartending, and she turned straight into manager.
Yeah.
So, and she's been like,
Amazing.
now she
taught me a lot, actually.
Yeah, she taught a lot of people a lot of things, and she learned a lot really quick. So talk to us.
I'm just one of those people, I like things efficiently done correct. Like, I always tell the girls, like, yes, it's a fun job, have fun, this and that, you know, it's entertaining, but at the end of the day, it's still a job.
Yeah.
So I'm just, any job that I've had my entire life, I'm going to do it the best of my ability. Like, I still like to have fun and all that too, but it goes back to, I have to be, like, the responsible one or this or that. And obviously, like, we've let loose and stuff like that more so in the past than today. Today I'm a lot more, you know, strict on things. I'm not so fun anymore. You know? Because I gotta be everybody's boss. But, you know, back in the day.
Yeah, I was there.
And those back in the day stories.
You know, there's a difference too in locations. Obviously, we're way bigger now. We serve food. We're a full restaurant. We have a lot more going on. You know, social media is huge. All those things. So it's a lot more, you know, publicity and stuff. In the old days, it's kind of like a little tiny. Sports bar before, and you could kind of get away with a lot more when your capacity is like 50. You know. And you're kind of like hidden, tucked away, and you're like 99% regulars. Now it's a lot different, you know.
Yeah.
But that's
you manage it well.
But the bar is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life. So I don't care what anyone says. It has changed my whole life. Like they say, like I've lived 10 different lives in 10 years. Like if you knew me from when you first met me to now and who I've grown to be, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like just. And to be able to provide for yourself and your kids and everything like that. But at the end of the day, I love what I do too. Yeah. It's not just I do it because I make good money or this or that. I actually enjoy it. I enjoy the customers. I love the regulars. I love making new regulars, you know. Perfect example, we have one. I don't want to name names or anything, but I remember when he first came in, he had like a beer or whatever. The second time, I was like, oh, hey, so-and-so. And they were like, oh, my God, you remember my name? And it was someone that's always by themselves and, you know, just something so small like that, but he was just a nice person. You know, people come in the bar, not just to drink, but to make connections and stuff like that. And it's not always sexual either. It's, you know, just have a friend there or advice or this or that. Sometimes you could literally change a person's entire life or day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just off of listening, exactly, and being, you know, like a therapist almost. You know, previously I did hair for 15 years, so I feel like I know how to talk to people. Obviously, it's a little different. You can talk a lot more open in, like, the bar world with things. But it is literally the best thing that's ever happened to me. So it's probably one of the hugest part of my life because it's led me to where I am today. So.
Right. Yeah. Alicia, you're such a champ. Okay, so let's talk about some of Alicia's days prior to being the boss, prior to her hardcore management now where she's day-to-day operations. So we were going to go back. I was going to talk about, let's talk about your scars. Okay. So this girl, any scar she gets, she will get that shit tattooed over instantly. She's like a perfectionist, like she said, with her drinking tequila, the way she runs ship. But the second something happens and she gets a scar or some kind of cut or anything, like 2 weeks later, she's at the tattoo shop getting shit covered.
But there's a story with it, too.
There's a story. There's always and then you remember that story.
I want to hear the story.
And, you know, they go hand in hand for sure.
So tell us the last tattoo you got covered up and then the one that is still pending. Please tell us the story.
Probably I mean, there's ones I haven't covered up, too. Obviously, like the one on my butt. But we'll get to that. I have a small like seahorse on my back. I actually did that with my mom and sister. That's like the only tiny tattoo that we have together. But I did fall. It was really wet behind the bar on like a birthday party night. There was no like rubber mat in a certain area. Slipped, fell. The soda rack caught my back, and basically when I fell, it like sliced up my whole back. So I went and got a tattoo, and it healed. It was really ugly and brown, but you know,
like fuck it, let's just cover it up.
She's like, give me something.
But back to the one on the butt.
This is a great story, and I think is there some footage of this? There was
tiny bit, but we didn't.
Okay.
We actually might have it somewhere.
I think
black
there
and
might be
white
camera
old footage,
yes.
from old cameras. So before I was at the bar I'm currently at, obviously way back in the day, some nights got out of hand. We used to have someone that would come in and throw like a lot of money. Well, me and my former employee, we were working together that night. We closed the bar. Actually, we did everything the right way, though. No one had any alcohol after 2 a.m. They only had waters. But
that's how we do it.
They were like, keep the music going. And we like got up on the bar and we're like dancing. Well, the bar was wet and there's like rubber mats that go along the bar top. And we're like dancing, messing around, whatever. They're throwing tons and tons of money. I mean, there was probably like at least like $600 on the ground. And we're like, we're going to ride this out until they say stop.
Until the money
ride or die right now, bitch.
Exactly. So we're like dancing, whatever. Well, the security or somebody was like picking up the rubber mats. And so when you move the rubber mat, if they get wet, it was right in front of the well. It was soaked underneath. So I actually had like Doc Martens on. I took a step back while it dips down a little bit. And when it dipped down, it was wet, so my boot didn't catch. It slipped in the water, and I fell somehow crazily, I don't even know, over the well. But there was only a space about, maybe 2 feet behind the bar and the counter. I caught myself like halfway down and fell over the well, somehow snapped the metal ice scooper in half, broke 2 bottles in half, and 1 bottle went all the way into the top of my butt cheek. And
okay, so grab that. This is exactly what she's talking about.
Basically, the pour spout.
These are like their fucking,
it's a pour spout.
It's solid metal. They're flat on top. It went all the way into my butt.
All the way into her butt. It impaled her.
Yes, it impaled me. The security guard at the time had to pull it out of my skin, and it was still attached to half of the bottle. And it was like the only time I've ever got hurt like that in my life. But it was just like a holy shit. We woke up.
Did you cry?
I had leggings on. It ripped through the leggings and went straight into my pants. I literally have those pair of leggings still to this day. They're Lulu's. And it's just funny as hell because there's like a perfect little tiny hole. So I went home that night. Basically, I covered it with like a Band-Aid. Band-Aid. I have like a video where I took the Band-Aid off, and I probably should have got like stitches and all that. I just cleaned it out. Stuck a couple Band-Aids on it. It was pretty rough for a couple weeks or whatever, but it ended up kind of leveling out.
This story I didn't hear about until well after it had already happened.
She said, what were you guys doing last night? And we were like, oh shit. But I was like, well, we didn't have any alcohol.
Well, what happened was
nobody had any drinks, but it was after 2. So like, but it was only 2 people. It was literally like the security guard, me, her, and the 2 people that were like throwing money. It was him and his friend. Nothing was crazy going on. We were just dancing, whatever. Literally met like farting around on the freaking top of the bar top. But if I didn't take that step back, it wouldn't have ever fell. But it was just like the funniest thing ever. And then like, the lights come on. It's like, all right, we. And it's like I'm like limping all night. But
oh my God,
it was very painful. I couldn't imagine. I could tell you another story too about another customer and like throwing a $50 bill down and then me slapping my hand and pulling it. And he's such a big guy. You know exactly who he is. He does like jiu-jitsu and stuff. He's very strong, doesn't know his own strength apparently.
Yeah.
And we were just messing around basically like this, like playing that game with like the $50 bill. And he came up one time and ripped my whole entire fingernail with my real nail up. And I was like... And I was working with someone that night, and I went straight into the office.
That makes you want to cry. That's like the worst feeling.
And I literally took glue and put super glue underneath and duct taped it down underneath and duct taped it down to get through the rest of the shift. And then that night when I came home, I was like peeling it off. Oh yeah, I lost the whole thing, and it took about a year, almost a year, like 9 months to grow back.
That whole nail to grow back.
Fucking battle wounds, dude.
Yeah,
like I already know.
And that was just like literally just like throw the 50 down, slap it down, and then go like that. But his hands are literally so strong, and went. I'm like, how is that even possible?
You didn't like shove it in a drawer or like knock it in something
So, and he felt really, really, really bad though. It was a total accident.
So
for
you
like
kept
the longest
50,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, God, did it give you an extra on top of that for?
I don't even know, but it was like the running joke for like a year. Like, how's your finger? And I couldn't even have like I put a Band-Aid on it for like a cool minute because I was like, that thing is ugly.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to look at that shit.
Yeah, exactly. But
so we're gonna have to show the butt scar video because she has not covered that in a tattoo. So maybe we'll do a poll and see what she should cover that with. Because
she's thought about covering it, but actually it was a really big dip and it actually started like leveling out. So from I guess collagen, skin regenerating, it actually almost filled all the way in, and it was like a hole. It looked like a bullet at one time. I'm not even kidding. So at first I was like, I'm covering that ugly thing up, and then it kind of got better and better, and I was like, oh, it's actually not that bad now. Still looks like a bullet, but
well, you can get just like a chili pepper, or like eat me, or I don't know what you're hot.
Or just actually, why don't you just tattoo like the actual pour spout on your ass?
Oh yeah,
or a Jack bottle, or like a Jack bottle, or what kind of bottle was it? Do you remember?
It was in the well, so it's probably like vodka or something.
Okay, well we can just act like it was a Jack bottle. Just get like a little with a pour spout.
That's funny.
Oh my God,
I don't know.
She has her martini glass already.
Oh my gosh.
So Alicia and I have done a lot of things in the past as far as like, you know, working together side by side, her as the manager when I was more involved as an owner. And we've sponsored events and we've gone to different events.
Oh my God,
and we had one out of control crazy event, which we totally have footage of. Thank God when you're completely hammered, for some reason, cameras come out. I don't know why. I mean, we were sending pictures back and forth to each other.
Sick one.
It was okay. It was for charity.
So
it was for charity.
It was a sponsorship we donated through. I don't want to name the casino, but it was a certain casino.
It was for children's like sports.
Yes. So we did the sponsorship, and they're like, "Hey, you have to go and play." We sponsored a hole, but we
had
got
to
go
play. Team of 4.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was Rhonda, myself. I don't know if you want to name names or not name names. I mean, nothing crazy happened. Yeah, and then Bree and Anthony. And so basically, you know, thank God we had one guy because I don't know what we would have
side
done.
note, really quick. The only people that had ever swung a golf club before that day was Alicia.
But I'm left-handed.
Middle school,
I'm left-handed, and I had to play right-handed that day.
And then Anthony, who had played golf. Bree and I were like lost in La La Land, like, okay, like I play sports, but golf has never been my thing.
At basically about 8 a.m. And right before like the, I don't know, kickoff or whatever.
This is not football.
Everyone, that's what it felt like, I swear. It was like a damn championship that day to get through the day. So right before, everyone's like handing us like, oh, take a shot. We're like, okay, whatever. It was 8 a.m. It was 8 a.m. We're like, wow, okay. So we take a shot like right before. So we go over to like the little practice, like the driving range, I guess. And we're already like, I don't even know. We already had probably like 2 drinks by then.
All of our shots. You hit your ball. The driving range was already missing.
We're driving range. Obviously, they've never golfed before, so you know, there's no expectations there. Like, not saying like a bad thing. No, not saying bad thing. I had to play right-handed. Bubba's the only one that knows what's going on, so we get through that. Whatever. Then we start. We're hole 1. I think by hole 1, we probably already drank 4 or 5 shots.
We're so drunk.
This is at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Started.
So, you know, we play a little bit. I think we probably played, I'm going to say, 2 to 3 holes.
Yeah, how many holes are in golf?
18 if you do it full.
Okay. You know, I feel like we were just driving around doing cartwheels and so twerking.
We actually probably hit the balls at about 3 holes.
Yeah, no, for
now,
sure.
Now, Bubba,
I don't think
Anthony, he definitely played the entire round. He hated us the whole time, but he got a good laugh out of it. For sure.
Poor fucking guy.
You know, he was drinking with us. He just maintained a lot better. We were just on a sick one. We went and came in to go hard from the start.
Full
we're driving the golf cart up and down the hills. You know, there's people behind us. We're like flying. I don't even know what's going on. Thank God there's no kids there. But, you know, we're flying by. Then there's a couple holes they had the cart girls and stuff like that. So we're drinking more. And more and more. And then I think we had an ice chest with like Trulies and stuff like that in the back too. So there's just like a combination of like 6 different.
So there was a lot of alcohol.
And a lot of footage.
A lot of alcohol, a lot of footage. Dancing, hanging off the... We had our own speaker sound system. We had music going. We had a club at every hole. I don't know what everyone else was doing that day. But
I don't remember seeing any of the
golfers. Rolling around. We're rolling around in the grass.
Rolling down hills. Yes.
could have been there, it would have been the best time of your life too, because we were just having a blast. There was nothing but fun. It was straight fun.
Yes.
So I don't know if we ended up playing the whole entire course, but we played at least half.
I remember the very beginning. I remember parking.
So I was driving the golf
that's all.
cart. I
No, before we even
specifically
got
told
there.
Bree,
That's
you
all I
are not
know.
allowed to drive a golf cart. You've never driven one before, and you're drinking. So
She hopped behind the wheel.
So one incident, we're like dancing on the golf cart, whatever. The bags are back there. We're on like the actual road part where it's asphalt, and I'm like on the back of it. And Bree got in the driver's spot
I was in the passenger
literally
seat, nice and
floored,
safe.
You guys are
floored
not allowed
the
to
gas, floored the gas. I was holding on to like the straps or something that was on a bag. It literally like took off so fast I fell, and it dragged me for like 20 feet on the black asphalt.
You got
on my legs
dragged by the golf cart.
Yes, on asphalt.
At a charity event.
Yes.
But we were all laughing the whole
So
time.
we're laughing, and I'm
God,
like,
no other
thinking to
golfers could
myself,
see us.
this is hilarious. Yeah, no one was around, thank God, at this point.
my God.
It was hilarious, but at the same time, that hurt like hell.
I was gonna say, I don't
like I had a
fucking golf
scar
cart.
about 6 to 8 inches on my like leg and knee because of the drag.
scars. Jesus.
But we drank so much, I could like only half feel it. We're laughing in the golf cart, like pointing at the leg, literally at the time.
There's a video of when she's like one of the little clips, and
I'm
she's
like,
like, I fell off the golf
And
cart.
it looks like just kind of like a little bit of scratch,
So
like a
alcohol
little
does
road rash.
numb a
No,
lot of shit,
it road rashed the hell.
Oh, no.
It wasn't until like after, I'm sure there's all kinds of rocks and stuff in it. We get through like the rest of the day, whatever. It was pretty bad the next day and that day, but the day continues. It gets even funnier. So, you know, after the whole thing, basically Anthony finished playing the round for us. We drunkenly somehow get a ride back to the old bar, the old location. Okay, we're over there.
And
We're
you kept
eating
drinking.
Jersey Mike's. I was so hungry.
Jersey Mike's?
Yes.
We went there?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever been to a
so-and-so,
Jersey Mike's.
I don't want to say, ordered us Jersey Mike's, and I was like, I'm so hungry. He's like, Alicia, you ate like a 12-inch sandwich. And I was like, what are you talking about?
I don't think I've ever been there. I didn't know I'd been
He
there
ordered
before.
it to the bar. So we ate whatever. There's freaking Jersey Mike's everywhere.
Are you sure I was
yes,
there?
Yes, 100%.
I don't remember this.
So I don't know where you went, though. That's the thing.
Rhonda goes somewhere.
I just-
far,
I have
far
no
off.
idea
My
where
Irish
she ended
goodbye.
up. So
Far,
me,
far off in space.
so me and Bree
Far.
ended up at the bar. We're dancing on the bar. By the way, thank God there was no one there. It was like the middle of the day on like a Saturday, and there was, I think, one customer. We're cracking up the whole time. I guess we ate Jersey Mike's. I still have no recollection, but there is video footage. I saw it of the Jersey Mike's. So we get a ride back from the Anthony and one of the other guys that was kind of with us to my house. So we go to my house. She passes out. I'm drinking like these nasty ass strawberry, like soda water things, whatever. We're eating snacks, all this stuff, and we're like, oh shit, we have to work tonight. She's asleep. I go in my room and I'm like, wake up. I'm like, we have to work in like 30 minutes. She's like, what? I'm like, we have to close the bar tonight. Me and her. Of all people, we do
Of
this
all
golf
the
tournament,
people.
and it's just me and her.
On the same
No, you could kind of get away
day.
with stuff like this at the old location. You cannot do that at the new location. It's way bigger. So I was like, put these shorts on. They look similar. Like I gave her a pair of my shorts. We had matching shirts. We put on baseball hats. Thank God,
Hair
like
in a
our
ponytail.
makeup was
I
all
saw-
done
I
and
have the
everything.
photos of
Yeah,
that.
our makeup was all done and everything. We get a ride from the guys back to the bar. We bartended all night. I just went green tea. Is the Ukaipa like arts
He's kept
music
drinking.
festival at the time. So thank God everyone was at this music festival. But somehow we literally bartended all night flawlessly. It was like a freak of nature thing. I don't even know. At the end of the night, each guy had to take us home, drop us off, and then the next day was Mother's Day, and I was hungover for 2 days.
Was it Mother's Day?
Yes.
Oh my
You didn't get to
god.
enjoy it.
And I was literally
Didn't
in bed, but we somehow made it through. I said, it's a scary thing when you can drink like we did. I mean, this is not like 5 shots. I'm going to say we probably had 30 to 40 shots throughout the entire from 8 a.m. to
It was
closing.
one of those days. It wasn't like
I don't
the
know
one
how.
of the year.
I don't know
30?
how to even explain it. 30 to 40 at least. We
just-
probably
and
had
there
at
was
least
no
15
stopping.
green teas on
No
shift.
one threw up.
But
Nothing.
this is,
There
yes,
was just like
no one got sick, and it's crazy because we maintained, and half of the people there that night had no idea how drunk we were. I said, that's scary. That we could literally fully
Pull it off
function.
the-
together.
Me and her,
When
me and
you're
her had
liquor
done it
tolerant.
so
Okay, it's an
long.
art.
Yes, our tolerance and everything, but we had done it so long. Half the people had no idea. We were like, yeah, we're doing this golf tournament all day. Da, da, da. We literally bartended all night, and it wasn't even like in our heads. Like even
Right.
like the security guard and the other people that were there were like, wow, would have never known. I was like, that's freaky.
I can't wait to show the
but
footage,
I will say
hopefully
that
during
hangover
this episode, meanwhile, because it was fucking crazy.
It was the meanest hangover of my life, for sure, though.
I think that's the last time I drank that hard.
I have kids. It was so sad. Like, the next day, we're like, hi, Mom, in the morning. They're like, oh, do you want a water? Do you want a coffee? I was like, dead.
Like,
literally dead.
Right now if you give me that.
I mean, I was good. I made it through, but I felt like I could have died.
No, yeah, that was the last time I think I ever got that drunk. I remember telling myself never do that again because
I think I've done it 3 times. Champagne gets me too. I did do that at Pinocchio's.
Champagne.
I did that at Pinocchio's.
Pinocchio.
Okay, so they give you a 90-minute time limit. Yeah. Me and my fiance drank 12 bottles in 90 minutes.
Are you fucking kidding?
12 bottles.
Oh, that's
Killed
super
him.
easy to do, though.
Well, yeah, but her
12
boyfriend's like in his early 20s, so he's
12
putting it down.
bottles.
Speaking of
90 minutes, an hour and a half?
Cradle
robber.
So let's talk about Alicia the Cradle Robber, since you just introed us right into that. So
I did meet him.
Okay, so for one,
how
you look
old was he when you met
just
him?
Having a baby
at the bar.
So thank you. Yes. Appreciate it. Yes. I met him when he was 21.
Right when she told me I'm dating a guy that's 21, I'm like,
everyone was like,
you are not.
Everyone was like, what are you doing? By the way, we are 13 years difference, so that's my age. So when I met him, he was 21, but it was like one of those crazy things. She had opened up another bar at the time. I was filling in on Monday nights to help out. It was like a temporary thing, little like cigar bar, whatever. So him and his friends had gone there that night, and it happened to be the Monday I was filling in to help out, kind of trying to build it up.
That's when you met him at that bar?
So they all came by. It was him and a big group of
idea.
friends. This is where the story gets crazy. So him and a big group of friends, they stopped by because they heard it was like a lingerie bar. That's when we had already changed it to like cocktail dresses.
Okay.
So they came there, met me. He was like super funny all night, and I was like, I don't even know what it was. It was just super funny, and we were like vibing. So he actually went and he was off work because of COVID and all kinds of stuff at the time. He took like his friends and cousins and stuff home, but he came back with just his one friend, and they came back to like play pool or whatever until I closed. We had continued to like talk all night, whatever. And, I closed up the bar, we parted ways, and then this is a really funny story of how we became what we are. So a couple weeks later, I'm in a wedding, like a bridesmaid in Redlands. And I like came there afterwards or something, left and went home. The next night I was at home with the kids. My bartender at the time goes, hey, your man's in here. And I was like, my man, like question mark. I was like, who the hell? Like, who is she talking about?
I ain't got no man.
So the next thing I get is a photo, and it's a photo of him and like 6 of his friends. And I looked down and I was like, all I said back is, hi. I don't know if I should say a name, but I basically said, hi, Brian. And she literally took the phone and turned it around to him, and she was like, oh my God, girl, his eyes lit up. I didn't say nothing to anybody else in the photo. I just said, hi, Brian. And basically that's like how that whole thing started. So you too can find
love at the bar.
You can. And actually after
We've
that.
We've talked about customers
and
dating,
honestly
but,
though, like people say young people, this is that, but everyone is different ages. I've dated older people that are more immature than he is. Yeah. He's way more mature. He got raised very well. His parents are amazing people. I've never met someone so much on my level in my entire life. So, like, I think, like, a week or two after that, I was, like, saying something like, da-da, and he's like, can I get your number, da-da, and basically that's, like, what kicked off that, and now it's been almost 3 years. We have a 6-month-old baby, and we're about to get married, so.
I know, that is so
love
crazy.
At the bar.
So, yes, you can meet your forever person. It's at obviously a different kind of fluke thing. Yeah. You never know.
You weren't expecting it.
Exactly, and I always, like, tell my mom this, too. I'm like, life is one of those things you can't force things. No. You literally can't. Anytime I've ever tried to force something in my life, it did not work, 100%. But when you just let something naturally flow, and it's crazy because when we first started dating, we were stressed out about what everyone else thought around us. And
like
once
the age
once we threw that out the window, I was like, you know what? Like, you are so much like me. I'm so much like you. We've lived a very similar life and gone through the same challenges. And it's the only person in my life I've been 100% myself. I could wear makeup, not makeup, be goofy, this, that, feel ugly, but I don't feel like that with him. You know what I mean? Actually, my truest self with him is my truest self.
As it should
so be. You never know.
Love line. We need to call Brian. Love line.
But it's a really cool feeling to feel like that, and I don't really care what age it is. At this point, like, I don't see us in that light anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
in the
it was
beginning.
the bar that brought you together.
yeah.
And he turned 21.
Yep.
He's like, whoop, whoop, going to the bar with my boys. God damn,
Yep.
that girl's hot. She's way out of my league. And now he's marrying her.
And he swears to this day when I came up behind him, like when we were exchanging numbers, that
You came up behind him.
Well, like he was sitting at the bar and I came around and he's like, you put your boob on me. I was like, I definitely did not. He's like, no, I know you put your boob on me. I was like,
He
well,
would
maybe
know
I
too.
didn't
He was
feel
21.
it.
He
I was
probably
like, maybe
felt
I
the
didn't feel that. I
grace.
said, because maybe I have no feeling there. But I definitely did not put my boob on you.
On purpose.
Yes.
He felt the graze, and that graze of your boob was the highlight of his life.
That was it.
Oh my God, I love it.
I love that.
Okay, so I think we're almost about done. Do we have?
Oh, I could talk to her forever
I know
about
we
like
can.
COVID and
I
everything
know.
else.
Yeah,
that's going on.
COVID was a good time for us.
COVID was a crazy time because I worked there during
So when a
COVID.
lot of people were hurting during COVID, we did it first. We closed down. I actually was working the day shift that we got the call from like the county or something that said you have to close.
Yeah.
I was so sad. All my customers everyone looked like
Upset.
they were like crying.
Like,
it
is
was
this
crazy.
really fucking
Like someone had
happening?
just died.
Yes.
Yeah.
I closed down the bar. It was only like 1 p.m. or
Yeah.
something like that. It was barely a couple hours after I opened. Closed it down, went home, whatever. We were closed down for a couple months. Then when they were like, hey, you can reopen if you serve food. Well, we did that shit. I feel like overnight we had a tent that was like a
Food
probably
you want, food you
a
get.
Whatever
30,
you want, whatever
30
you
or
want.
40 by 40 tent. We had a swamp cooler. We were serving pizza slices and chips. It was enough to be a meal. We reopened. When we reopened, COVID was the highest we had ever done in sales.
There's a lot of fucking.
It
people drinking
basically
during
was like if
COVID.
you go to your friend's house and are like at a backyard party, because we were outside more, I don't know what it is, but everyone was going crazy. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's because they didn't get to go anywhere for like 4 months or
I think
what.
that was a part of it too.
They
Like there was
need-
a
But I
lot of fucking
swear,
people just needed
we
to get
were
out.
selling
So true.
like 3 bottles of Closazole
So
a
much
day.
fucking money.
We were
much
our
fucking money.
sales were insane, and me and Brie were working 6 days a week
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
We were there every single day, and it was basically packed
Yeah.
every day in that tent.
saying.
And we'd always get scragglers trying to come inside. We can't come inside, can't come inside. But
Yeah.
it was the craziest time ever. COVID is what literally like set us off.
Yeah.
People could see us from the freeway at the time because the old
yeah.
location you
'Cause
could
you could
see
actually see
everything.
there was
We're
people
running
at
around
the
with squirt
bar,
guns
like,
out there.
doing
Literally,
things.
that's what
Yeah.
made us.
Went
I feel like
wild.
really changed from like a little tiny sports
There was a
bar,
lot of
whatever,
squirting.
to. I could say
didn't-
some things about girls that
But I didn't.
did.
I missed whatever Melissa said. And
Oh
whatever
my
I
god!
said,
Well, we had a couple of girls that did trial shifts that never made it back during that time.
Did we?
Anyways, pink hair,
God.
pink
Oh,
hair, pink hair.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I won't forget that. day.
Anyways, but COVID was just
was
crazy.
crazy,
It was
though.
off the charts. So literally, people were like tequila, beer. It was just insane. We had tables out there, and I've never seen us go from like a little tiny bar to so packed.
Yeah.
And then after that, we were just so busy. That's when we ended up moving locations because we basically
Expanding,
tripled our
yeah.
size. And then
Hold
after
it.
that, you know, obviously things calmed down, and then we opened up a kitchen for the first time. Had to work out the kinks for a couple years, but now we're known for our food, known for our service. You know, it's really done well for us.
I know. She's great. She was a hairstylist
We love
turned
you,
bar
Alicia.
manager, and she just
too.
smashed it. Cradle robber and all. And let's see those videos of her twerking
Oh,
on
yeah,
the golf
so we're
cart.
totally
We
gonna-
both
we're
probably
gonna have to do a
almost
whole
tipped over
thing.
the golf cart. We were both like dancing
It's
off of the same end.
pretty
I was at the
embarrassing,
front.
I need to go
but
golfing.
It's,
It was
it's-
embarrassing.
It's
Can
we
embarrassing
plan a
as hell,
day?
but honestly, when you're in it and you're living it, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
I always say, like, you're living your best life. Like, it was one of the
YOLO.
funnest
We're gonna
times.
do it.
It's memories, you know what I mean? You got to make memories, stuff like
Always,
that. That
always.
is definitely a core memory.
All right, so we're gonna take our out shot.
our-
We're gonna do
okay.
some pink Starburst because they're so fucking cute, and they're easy,
And they're delicious.
and they're
Oh my
delicious.
And
goodness.
Alicia approved.
Alicia, cheers to bad decisions and all the good things.
Poor
Thank you
decisions.
for coming. Okay,
Not
bad.
bad.
Poor.
Pour
P-O-U-R.
because you're
P-O-U-R.
pouring alcohol.
Yes, she thinks it's
She gets
P-O-O-R.
it. She gets it.
Yeah.
No, that's pour like you're sad. This is not sad.
No, this is not sad. Drinks are
Cheers,
not sad.
ladies. Thank you,
Cheers.
Alicia. We
Thank
love
you,
you.
Alicia. I love you.